On my last Autodesk Fusion 360 video, I talked about the save and replace command on linked components. I caught a lot of flack from some people that said this kind of killed the top-down design ability of Fusion 360, which was one of the big strengths of the program. Well, I'd like to use this video to talk about how to overcome that problem. So let's get started. To show the process of creating a top-down link component, I'm going to design a base pad for the small steam engine. So to start, I pick create and we get a new component. It's going to be related to the top level, but the name is not important. Next, I'm going to turn over and I'm going to make a sketch on the bottom face. New sketch. I'm then going to project. I'm not going to link the component to the bottom base. Finish my sketch. At this point, I'm going to extrude it out 1/8 of an inch. There we have the base pad in place. At this point, it's just a component that was designed in contact with the base plate in the top level assembly. I want to make it a link component. So I right click on this, go up to Save Copy As, and I'm going to call it Engine Base Pad. I'll put it in the same folder as the top level assembly. Next thing I'm going to do is right click on it and delete it from the assembly. Next thing I'll do is go up to the database, right click on it, and insert it into the current design. You can also drag it. At this point, you'll notice it's in the right position, so I just say OK. We now have a link component, and that's what we wanted all along. You'll notice that it has a work plane. We'll get to that in a few seconds. Right now, this component is not constrained, but it is in position, so I can use a as-built joint. I want to be rigid, so I pick on the base and I pick on the part, and they'll go together. So now it's fully joined in the assembly as a link component. So we have achieved our goal in making a top-down design component and then reinserting it as a link component. Now, let's deal with the work plane that was created automatically because it was an adaptive part. Fusion 360 just went through an update, and one of the update features was the ability to edit a link component in place. If you come to the component, you'll see at the end a little pencil. You can also right-click the component and go to Edit in Place. Picking that, you'll notice it ends up showing you everything else grayed out and just that component being edited and active. Notice up here, to leave this function, you hit the green check to end the edit in place. All I want to do by editing is to turn off that construction plane, make it invisible. I'll then exit it. Now as you can see, I have a link component, the plane is gone, and I'm back in the top level. So there is my solution to the argument that you can't top-down design in a linked component assembly. It is a couple more steps, but it gives you the ability to always have save as and replace. I hope this helps in your design in Fusion 360.